Hello everyone, this is Sid here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a different challenge than what I usually do actually. I'm going to be doing one where I draw some fantasy OCs based off of aesthetics. So if that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned. And without further ado, let's get started. Basically, one of the people that I follow, because she is so amazing and cool, is Toffee. And a little while back, Toffee posted some community polls where she was trying to get people to answer the community polls to see what they want to do, and she was going to make a dragon OC based on what they answered. And some of these had very human-esque things on them, like there were some accessories and stuff, there were some like weapons and all of that, as well as like some colors. So I was just like, what if I could use these? So I commented on Toffee's post and I was like, hey, can I use these for a challenge? And she was like, sure. And she probably thought that I forgot about it, but I just was putting it off for a long time for literally no reason. But I decided to do it eventually today. And basically what I did was I compiled all of these together, and I put number 1 with number 1 from all of the polls, number 2 with number 2 from all of the polls, and so on and so forth. And I got a collection of aesthetics. I got basically 2 accessories, 1 weapon, and 1 color scheme for each character. And I was able to make 4 characters based on all of those. So the first one that I did was this guy right here. And for this guy, for the accessories, I got a skull mask and a leaf pouch. And for the weapon, I got a bow and arrow. And for the color scheme, I got these deep, dark, brightly colored reds, greens, and yellows. So basically, I wanted this guy to be sort of like a raider or like thief. I don't really know, because I mean the mask, of course, you would like pull over your head if you were gonna like ambush someone and you didn't want them to like recognize you. But basically, I just decided to make my guy look like this sort of like wilderness guy, because I guess he was stealing stuff because he needed money and he was living out in the wilderness otherwise, I guess, or just like in a pretty bad financial situation. But he has this like nice red tunic and these green pants, and he has this like leafy textured cape, which is pretty cool, and of course the quiver of arrows and the bow that he's holding in his hands. I decided to give him some earrings just for like that more of edgy look where guys wear earrings, which I think is actually pretty cool. And I decided to give him this sort of like K-pop hairstyle, low-key. I don't know why. I just thought it'd be really cute because I wanted him to have like darker colored hair and lighter colored skin and have some pretty like vibrant green eyes just to tie in with all the colors. And I feel like his hair looks really nice. I love his hair. I don't know why. But this one I think is probably my least favorite out of all of them because he's just so like bright. Like his colors are blinding me compared to the others, which are more like pastels. But I told myself like I cannot deviate from the color palette because as part of my challenge I was like, I'm going to include all of the things and I'm going to stick to the color palette, because originally I kind of wanted to do like all of the accessories on one character, but that would be like literally like 12 accessories on one character, and I'm not exactly sure if I could manage that. I barely even managed to do like 2 accessories on one character, so I would not be able to do 12 by any means. So I was glad that I was able to do this one and pull it off pretty well. Ignore my dogs, they're barking, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think he was relatively okay. He was decent, I guess. He's not my favorite, but he's definitely not bad either, or at least I don't think so. You can comment your opinions down below if you think otherwise. But if you want to comment a name as well, because I do not have names for any of these characters yet. They're just nameless OCs. So if you think of a name, then please comment it down below. And if I like any of your names, name suggestions, name ideas, then I will share them in the next video that I do. And I guess it'll just be a bragging right thing, like, oh, Sid named her OC after my idea, after my suggestion. Like, that would be really cool, right? I guess so, if you think that I'm an important person. The next OC that I drew was actually this one, and I think she's probably my favorite out of the group, so we're going from least favorite to favorite. She's just a little witch, and I keep calling her a candy witch. I don't know why. Probably just because, like, her colors are candy. And I mean, she looks all pretty on the outside, but she still seems a bit like edgy and emo and mysterious. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's still got some deep, dark secrets hidden down within her. But She is very, very adorable. She had the, like, key, I think it is. I'm not really sure. It looked like a dungeon key or something. And this, like, leather pouch. And a sword. And these nice colors. She had the most color options out of any of those. See, she had, like, tan, pink, deep teal, and green. All together in one combination. So I was able to use all of those colors and more and create this lovely OC of mine. She's giving off all of those, like, magical vibes. I really, really love it. I wish I could incorporate her into my story, because, like, I feel like she'd be an amazing character in my story. But, I mean, I don't really know. Green is definitely the least used color on here. I feel like I kind of did it injustice by adding all the other colors so prominently and then having the green be, like, so subtle. But I decided that, I mean, you can't involve all of the colors so dramatically or else you'll just have, like, an overload. So the green will just be a nice little accent color. It's all of the places that exude a certain feeling, like her staff, which, I mean, she had her sword, so she didn't really need a staff, but I just kind of forgot about that and added the staff anyways. Has it on the gem of her staff and on the gem of her little key that she has on her neck, and then inside of her eyes, which look pretty nice. She looks very stern and serious, even though she looks so, like, colorful and lively. I think she definitely keeps a pretty intimidating and imposing demeanor. Like, you have the right to be scared of her because of her magic. She could definitely curse you or put a spell or hex on you and cause your life to be miserable for the next 25 years. I don't know, that was so random. But, yeah, I really, really like her. And if you have a name for her, I would really like that as well. The next character that I drew was this guy. And this guy, I really wanted to do a girl for this one, but I decided to do a guy because, I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. And basically, his main things are his, like, shoulder pouch thing. He has, like, this leather thing on his shoulder, and it has some pouches on it. I don't really know what you'd call that. He has, like, this axe for his weapon, and these, like, fairy bottles, which kind of reminded me of, like, fairy tonics from, like, The Legend of Zelda, which were giving me, like, very feminine vibes. But, I mean, guys can collect fairies, that's okay. So, yeah. And his colors were, like, red, light beige, and green. And I sort of accidentally gave him, like, a Christmassy look, because his colors look very Christmassy. I gave him, like, a deeper, darker red, and then, like, a more pastel green. And made it look sort of like a peppermint, kind of, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But, yeah. And with his more, like, browns and beiges, he gives that, like, wood look, I guess, or, like, timber. My headcanon, I guess, I make the canon because I'm the creator of this OC. My canon is that he is, like, a lumberjack or someone. He, like, lives in the mountains, out in the woods, in, like, the forest, I guess. And he lives in, like, a snowy area, so it's, like, Arctic tundra, taiga, you know? And he's chopping down these trees to make some firewood, you know, to, like, start a fire in his home. And keep himself warm throughout the cold. But he just looks really cute. And adorable. I love his nice curly hair. This was my first time using it other than drawing Kieran for Ree. But I do love this little hairstyle. It's probably one of my favorites, to be honest. How it's, like, just flopped over one side of the head. And he just looks so adorable. You've got to love him. If you have a name for him, please comment that down below. And the last OC that I drew was actually this one, who I was probably the least sure about. She kind of looks sort of random, like more random than the other ones do at least. But I tried my best with what I had left, which was all of the other stuff that I hadn't used previously. So she had these, like, leather hip pouches, these, like, tied lace-up shoes. Then Toffee said it was, like, a ball on a stick, which I think is called a flail in fantasy times. But I don't really know, I'm not, like, a medieval expert. And her colors were green, brown, and white, but she had more of, like, a, like, emerald type green and, like, a caramelly colored brown. So I decided to go with that. I decided to do, like, a more Legend of Zelda Traveler's outfit than anything else, just because I really like that outfit, and I think it does suit, like, fantasy times pretty well, and looks pretty, like, medieval-esque. And I was kind of afraid that she'd look a lot like Leona because of her green and because of her like caramelish colored hair. But I decided that she looked different enough from Leona in the end, which is pretty good because I was kind of concerned about them looking too similar. But I think she looks fine. I do love her hairstyle. I always love pigtails. I'm always a big proponent of those. And she just looks very cute to me. And I don't really know what else to say about her because I don't really have as much of a backstory for her as the other characters. But I guess she's just a traveler. I think she might have been like the Lumberjack's friend at one point, because I feel like they'd be pretty cute together. I don't really think that the witch and the raider have any friends, because they're both like socially isolated. But she and the Lumberjack could be good friends. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about her. She is pretty cute. Although, she's not my favorite, but she's also not my least favorite either. She's just in the middle. But if y'all have a name for her, once again, please just leave that down below, and that would be really appreciated. And if y'all enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe if you are not already, because it really does help me out a lot when you do, and I really do appreciate that as well. It helps to support me and encourage me and boost my YouTube videos into the algorithm so that other people like you can see them. And of course, that's always amazing. I love to share my art with others, and I would love if other people got to see it. And it helps you out too, because if you would like to stay tuned to get notified of my content, then you will be able to do so. I post videos very frequently. I do a few of them per week, and I do a few shorts per day, actually. So that's pretty good. I post almost constantly, all the time. You will never be bored. I will always have some art content for you to consume. And I hope you'll all have a great rest of your day and great rest of your summer if you are not already in school yet. And always remember that I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!